Hey guys.
Sweet. Okay, hold on, they can see you, hey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's they?
Me,
Who's they?
and your audio is on. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
All right, I'll see you in the funny papers. Whew. Who do we have among us? Show thyself. Can you hear me now? If you can't, Paul, get at me if you can't hear me. Whew. Well, I'll wait a little bit. As soon as people start coming in, I'll start chatting. Let's go to all right. If you're out there, holler at me so I know you're there. Otherwise, I'm gonna chill. Oh, there's Deadly Pencils in the house.
Hey guys. We're gonna leave you with Cujo, because he's got something cool to share with you guys. And I'm gonna be here just to shout at everybody every now and then, but I'm just on a bit of a crazy deadline. So you can catch me a little bit later, but you can catch Cujo now. This is all Cujo. And then I'll jump in every now and then, dude, if I hear something cool, okay?
Paul, can you hear me, buddy? Because I don't think anything is working right tonight. Can you guys hear me? Somebody get in the comments, or you'll just hear me talking to my lizard, I suppose. I did bring my friend tonight, and like most things in 2020, it just didn't turn up really, you know. I suppose I will.
Okay, guys. Sorry, that's just an internet thing on his side. I'm sure you can all hear me. Yeah, sorry about that. It's all fun stuff. There we go. And Cujo's back. Cool.
Well, Paul, hang around for a little bit because I can't see anybody. I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Okay, you just talk to everybody. I can see everybody's chats. They're
Well,
all
how
here.
come I
They're
can't
all
see the
saying
comment section? These are the things that keep people up at night.
hi. I'll show you. I'll feed you comments and stuff as you're
I'll
going
tell you
through.
what, I'll route it through my phone. But I still, yeah, it's always nicer to know who you're talking to. It's kind of the point of a stream.
Well, you got Gaz, you got MCDJ, ACDC, GI Gary's in the house. Trevin Lane is here. I think that's the first time I've seen Trevin Lane in one of our streams, so welcome. Dan Shemansky's here.
Dan Szymanski's here, huh?
Yeah. So,
All right,
and
well,
we have Dabuya J as well. So,
all right, Paul. Well, how come I don't get to see you, brother? Why are you all grayed out?
because I don't have a camera,
Mm.
and I've set the branding so that it doesn't have my picture for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know how I did that. I'm also gonna
Well-
take off my storm shadow just so that people can see your beautiful face.
Well,
And
I'm trying to get my dragon companion here. Yeah, John. Oh, and now you're gone.
no, I'm here.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys. I'm here in earnest now, and now I'm smaller than I was before. Paul, I got you, brother. Yeah. Welcome to Cujomas, and it has all the the pomp that it should in 2020, right? First day of December. I will send shout outs, and I hope to recognize people. I do see Bay out there. Hello there. I see Gary. Gary, one of the deepest. Appreciate you, brother. Who else we got here? MC, who stirs the drink from time to time. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in. Shemansky, Gaz. Who else? It's just a room full of hitters at this point. I will find you. Get in the comments. Guys, I don't know who I'm talking to. This will find people. I can hashtag, But Cujomas is just simply an excuse for me to chat up all my friends at the end of the year. You tell me you don't need good company? Yes. But I have been, enjoying a couple live streams, and I'm sharing this with a big gray blob. So I appreciate that. Graphics or something. Really lowering the production value. But you got me in Austin. My bearded
Dude, I'm the voice behind the curtain, man.
The curtain, the gray curtain, brother.
Yeah, man. The steel curtain.
Well, you're gonna get a first tonight because recently I watched a live stream, and it started out really smooth. They had somebody sing a song actually. So I thought I would turn up. It's the first day of Cujomas. Let me begin it like this, and I'm not singing this for you or you, probably for you, definitely for you. And that is a track that's kind of been in my head a lot. And it goes like this. You've got to make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. And that's why you and I are here today. Because we take a chance, Take a chance on wild cards. Welcome to Cujomas. I will not disappoint. I told you I was going to talk Tron. And yes, it is a Walgreens exclusive Tron. Are you feeling it, Paul?
Yeah, I'm totally feeling that. I was about to ask you, is that Tron or Flynn? But it's Tron.
It is Tron. Get a hold of yourself.
That's super cool. Those are nice, actually. They're not bad.
Yeah. Well, what does this pose say to you? Give me one word on it.
It reminds me of the Bigfoot pose.
Nicely done. What say you, Austin? Silent on the matter. He's okay. He's posable. Probably like your 6 inches. He's a little stiffer, but he's from the grid. Give him a break. Paul, any thoughts on Tron before I go story time?
Oh, dude, I love Tron. Tron is great, and I don't know. I'm kind of like in disbelief about the third one. Like, I hear that the third one's actually really happening, but I'm kind of cautiously optimistic. Like, if it happens, cool. Yeah. I've also been seeing but it's that, and it's never been something I've wanted toys for, except for when the most recent one came out. I did get a light cycle.
Oh, you wanted a Ringsler, at least until you saw the build on it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I will go story time. I'm not going to go too lengthy here. This is basically going to be some talking about the grid, kind of some shout outs, maybe a few call outs. But what you have in Cujomas is a dynamic convention style panel for 12 days. I'll probably be popping off on one platform or another, but the point is it's it's an open invite. If I'm here on this platform and Paul can, connect the wires and, stand on one foot, we'll get you in here and let's talk whatever the subject matter may be. But the first Tron story I kind of want to tell is something that I've never talked about because it's just one of those things. Does the name Harris Ellenshaw mean anything to you, Paul? Oh, Paul's left.
No, not a thing. No, I'm here. I'm here. You just can't see me.
Oh, nice. You're here in spirit.
I'm haunting you, Cooch. No, Harris Ellenshaw is no. If that person stole my wallet, I wouldn't know who that is.
Well, let me illuminate. He is notable. Found me because of he painted the Cloud City sunsets behind the Slave One. Remember when Boba Fett was loading that up? And
it's like one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Yeah.
Didn't that sunset look better with Jason Wingreen's voice?
Oh, yes, it did. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to catch you there for a second.
No, it's all good, and I hope my audio is clean. Let me catch up with the ever expanding. Oh, come on.
Comments. Yeah, everybody's. Somebody said that Austin is possibly the Deke Serpentor.
Who's the Deke Serpentor?
Austin, your dude.
Austin is an adopted bearded dragon. He's a tough guy. He's a real tough customer. But you know him from the Black Book, so dun, 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 dun. Nice.
Cool, hey?
Yes. Welcome to the grid, guys. Harrison Ellenshaw. I ran into him at the first Empire Con in LA at the Marriott. The parking was okay. I'm just setting the scene. But all day, it was big names. It was relevant people. Oh, Austin. Oh, guys, it's in real time. Enjoy the realness.
He actually moves.
Yeah, he's getting comfortable. He feels good around this good company. Yeah, I saw Harrison Ellenshaw, and if I'm looking at somebody from distance, I can usually find the question that'll get them in the fields. I want to ask a question that nobody else has asked these people. These people are behind the scenes; they don't get the spotlight much. But Harrison Ellenshaw, among other things, did the sunset for Cloud City. He also worked on he worked with his father on a movie that they were recognized for by the Academy, and that was The Black Hole.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's a reach back. If you don't know, Peter Ellenshaw was one of Disney's deepest. He painted stuff for everything, including 20,000 Leagues. So he goes deep. Anyway, I waited my turn. Harrison was signing things. He had tons of fanboys in his face. And finally, I'm kneeling next to his table, and I start asking him questions. And right off the bat, I could tell that this is going to hit. I ask him, what is it like to work, with somebody who's at the top of their game in one of the, the most vibrant industries in the world, who happens to be your father too. And that caught him, because I don't think his father's around. But, I did ask him one question, because Harrison Ellenshaw is the first person to be recognized with the title Visual Effects Supervisor for Tron. He designed the grid, brother.
Wow.
Yeah. I asked him, and this might come as a surprise, but I said, you know what? You've been involved with Star Wars. You've been on the grid. Which world is more interesting to you? Guess what he said, brother?
I don't know. Guys in the comments, can you guess?
Do it. The grid or a galaxy far, far away? Where do you think he went?
Maybe Tron. I'm just throwing up Tron. Maybe he went the grid.
He did, brother. He did hesitate, skipped a breath, and then he said the grid. I couldn't agree more. You know, if you're in the comments, what's your main color? What's your light line color on the grid? I'm here for that. Here's the kicker about that interview. I've only done this twice. I forgot to hit the record button. Dude, do you know how hard that was to swallow?
Oh, dude, technology.
Yeah, I'm sitting traumatized in the lobby. Luckily, I had my good man Aaron Proctor, who runs the Boba Fett fan club. He and I are both Boba Fett Illuminati, and I'll probably turn up with him at some point during this Cujomas. But we both sat at a Starbucks after that, and yeah, lamented the fact that I missed one of the great reveals of my interview career. Bygones, I guess.
Yeah. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Closing thoughts on the grid or this? What is it? Walgreens exclusive. Are you feeling the gray flesh or the program here?
Yeah, like I must say, I think he needs to be dunked in some hot water for a bit just to loosen up those joints. Because I feel like he needs a bit of that. But you know what's cool about a Tron figure, and I'm sorry to get all like some assembly required on you now, but it's really easy to like make terrain for them. So if you want to do some photographs or whatever of him, you can go and grab yourself some cool polystyrene and or whatever's, hit a UV light on that, and then maybe just you could even just burn in some cool Tron lines into that, some cool grid lines, so to speak. Maybe get like a mirror or something, and then just put on some cool luminescent tape on the mirror, and that gets picked up by UV light, and you could do some very, very cool like toy photography just with that Tron figure. So
well, I have had some aspirations. It just hasn't happened yet, as you know. Pretty hectic. I guess since you're in the room, Paul, as hectic as 2020's been, and I'm talking stateside, obviously. How does it find you start of December?
It finds me extremely busy with work, and this is like a really, really good thing. I'm very happy. It's okay. So like, okay, 2020. I know a lot of people are having a bad time, but I think it's also important that people that are sort of doing okay-ish, I think it's good that we also share those stories just to remind people that it can get better, it can get good. A year from now, my life completely sucked. Like I was not having a good time. Now I'm like unbelievably super, super busy with work. And that's because 2020 has created such a need for multimedia and for companies to like change their whole multimedia game and their social media game, that people like myself have been hired to work on products to make stuff visible to them. And so currently, without saying too much, I'm doing work for quite a big telecoms company. That's one of the clients that my client has that I'm doing work on. And I'm also working on a very, very cool animation series or animation pilot at the moment. They just happened to happen at the same time. So like 2020 finds me well, but in South Africa, in our country here, in South Africa, it has been a bit hectic. There are parts of the country that are still very, very, very sort of high risk and whatever's, and so we still have to keep that, keep our sanity about ourselves, and people are still trying. They're trying to find a semblance of a life that is comfortable to live within the circumstances. But man, it's freaky. It's so freaky going into like shopping malls, and everybody's still. I mean, we have to, but everybody's still wearing masks and social distancing and all that stuff. It's kind of it's starting to get to that point where it's a little bit creepy. In the middle of the year, it was like, this is hectic. Now I'm like getting a little creeped out by it. But that's yeah.
Well, I would say that the trauma has definitely lost its novelty. Look, some people are good in scarves, but yeah, no, I feel you. And I mean, let's go around the horn. We got the best media team in the world. We don't? Yeah, we do. You got D80 full force. He's still dropping weekly content, and I think even though he took some time off, he's been floating like a butterfly, you know. So
Yeah, he's
I
been
think
very
he's
active.
solid. I know a couple of our deepest are kung fu in it right now, and if you gentlemen should be in this mix, find your way back, yeah. And I think well, there's a lot of people that have had to necessarily or shut down their signal to kind of regroup or I know HCC is missed on the weekly, and hopefully some of us can step in and bump our gums a little bit, you know.
No, totally. I mean, yeah, like HCC's life is just taken priority right now, and he's just needed to sort of, I don't want to say retreat because GI Joes never say retreat; they always fall back and regroup. So he's falling back and regrouping. But dude, Dan Shemansky's got a question for you, and I'm going to shoot it up now. Boom.
It's got to be Arthur Burkhart. Okay, here's the straight dope behind Burkhart. He's the voice of Destro. Don't call him a voice actor. You feel me? But the first convention he attended in Long Beach, I was there, and I knew it was his first, so I didn't know if his handlers were going to let him do interviews, etc. I walk him, I meet him. He shakes my hand. It rattles me to the core, brother. No BS. He says, "Who are you?" And it just kind of hit me between the eyes.
Whoa, you.
Yeah, I did not. I get to interview him till like 2-3 years later. And when I did, like, I still listen to the words he said because I think a lot of the people in Joe have taught me so many life lessons. And let's not do that. Let's not slip into the GI Joe is everything. But no, I would love to. Here's the straight dope on the voice of Destro. And I'm a hype man, but this is real. He spent 5 years in prison. One of those in isolation because they considered his mind to be too dangerous. He rolled with the counterculture back east during the race wars last time. That's who Burkhart is. He's a person who, was forced to the outside for various reasons in our culture, and you've heard the interview. But they didn't break him.
Yeah, man.
They didn't break you, Weapons Logic. Paul, they can't break you, can they?
Dude, I don't know. It hasn't happened yet.
Yorktown Joe's in the house, by the way.
What? I'm working on what?
No, Yorktown Joe.
Oh, yeah.
The man with the Firefly avatar.
Yeah. Speaking of Firefly, and this is just a bit of also a bit of a weird quickfire type thing. Black Major Toys does all of these really interesting sort of recolors. Everybody in the chat knows who Black Major Toys is. I don't know if you follow their Twitter or anything, but they've recently released this cool looking, and I just can't find a picture of it right now to share with you guys, but it's a cool like Arctic Firefly. Would you be like into something like that? Is that kind of your bag? Because I know that you're a Firefly fan. Say that 5 times faster.
No, in fact, I would love to get what is the name of that action figure customizer? Black Major?
Black Major Toys.
Is that a person or like an entity?
It's, I don't know, and I'm actually okay not knowing. I like that they have like this mysterious aura to them. It's always suited me, and it's always suited like the kind of narrative. But I dig them. I mean, I've been keeping quite an eye on their stuff recently, and Greg Crockett is actually the man who turned me onto their stuff because he gifted Stephen, Rob, and myself a Battle Android Trooper that was in Transformer Deco. So I got the Shockwave version, and it was actually it's really cool actually.
Brother Malachi's in the house, by the way.
Who's that? Brother Malachi. Hey, what's up, man?
Gary, I agree with you that the original Firefly is the only thing is the face sculpt. Why does he look surprised? His eyebrows are too high. Let me think. No, I do. I actually, Black Major is one of the huge holes in any of my collections because I would love to have more just plain white figures or mostly white,
Mm.
because of the way they play off of lights. But no, I have no Black Major figures. And if you're out there, Black Major, GI Joe plus Black Major could be a pretty good team up.
Yeah, well, Steven recently got a new one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which
But I'm
figure?
hoping, but he can tell everybody. No, shame. Like as everybody knows, it was his birthday recently, and somehow a gold Night Viper found its way to him. So
Wow.
I'm sure, yeah, some of the guys in the comments may have seen it on Facebook. But that was from not from Black Major, but that was bought from Black Major.
Mm.
So yeah. Mm.
Well, I'm sure that let's let that be a symbol, Stephen. Cheers, brother. That you're about to enter a new golden age. Am I right?
Yeah, maybe. You know.
All right.
Well.
Well, shall I send out a couple of invites and possibly a couple, that kind of thing? Shout outs?
I think. Well, tell everybody what you want to do with your Cujomas, as it were, because
Well,
I
like
know
said, it's kind of an excuse just to bump into all of my networks. Is GI Joe my only network? Nope. But everybody, everybody's important, and I think GI Joe has more overlap than anybody. So here I am. I just want to make sure that at the end of 2020, a lot of people are twisting right now. Let's be honest. Counterculture found everybody, didn't it? And maybe you've lost friends, maybe you've lost family, but you haven't lost GI Joe, not yet. And Cujomas is just an excuse for me to promote some conversations with good people for the first 12 days of this month. Can you dig that?
I said, can you dig it?
Yeah. Well, I think you and I are going to turn up with maybe another artist and just for fun, maybe one other time.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd love that. So I'm gonna share something with our viewers / listeners.
Please.
I know with Cujomas, something that you wanted to do is sort of you wanted to do 12 of these because it's 12 days of Cujomas, so to speak, and so like you want to sort of have for the next 11 or the following 11 are going to have like different guests and whatever's from, and it's going to be hosted by you. So I think that's a very cool thing, Cooch. And I think if you are going to talk Black Major, I think get Black Major to come onto your Cujomas stream. Make friends with them. I can tell you now they definitely will try to keep their anonymity. But yeah, they like to keep their mystery. But yeah, see if you can get them in. And I know that it would be great to speak to other artists as well. I know you mentioned an artist the other day, and I was like, yeah, it would be great if we could get him on.
It would be a real kick, wouldn't it?
It would be a real kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so there's that. Yeah. So what do you want to? What's happening on the first day of Cujomas? Like, is it a palm tree and a hand grenade, or what's the deal?
Well, I think we should pace ourselves, shouldn't we, brother? Since we've got 12 meetings along the way. So I'm not going to go too hard on day one. If you're on Twitter with me, I'll turn up on my timeline in a different way this evening. That'll be for a different network. But I think, let's see, who would we want to? Do you have anybody that you want to invite yourself, Paul?
For 12 days of Cujomas, I have a few plans. I have at least 3 live streams that I want to do before Christmas happens. One of them is some assembly required, and 2 of them will be art streams. I'd like to try and get those out in time. That would be cool. But as for guests, I think the guys in the comments, I think we need to start getting some of those gentlemen back on and hearing some of their voices, as opposed to just being in the comments. I for one would love to like, for example, I'd love to find some of them that have maybe eBay stores and things like that, and have them talk about the cool eBay stores, so that other Joe fans know where to get good GI Joes from on eBay in time for Christmas, that kind of thing. I'd love to do that. I know I'm keeping so mysterious.
We just hit the 30-minute mark, brother. Let's cap it at this. Cujomas Day 1, Black Major, you're on notice, brother. We do want your creativity in the house. Reach out to Paul or myself. Yeah, if anybody in the comment section is out there, we're just two swinging cats at the end of the world. You feel me? Let me extend 2 more possible invites. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
2 more.
We have a panel during Cujomas called Your Favorite Fet. And of course, you know I'm going to talk about Fet the whole time. I will reach out to you if you're on that list. Let's just talk some Fet. 30 minutes of Fet talking. I think we can do that. And one final invite. Now, this one's going to blow your hair around, Paul. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sitting down.
You know that I have leaned into the culture war, and I got 99 problems because of it. But recently, stuff came up again, and when recounting the outset of our little skirmish, I think your boy Zach said that at the time people went hard at each other, and it wasn't any fun. And I agree with you, Zach. You know, it shouldn't have gone down like that. And I think during Cujomas we can do something interesting. And this is an extension to 2 people. One is Diversity in Comics, your boy Zach. Here's the first bit. I do know you wrote Jawbreakers, and I got to be honest, I do want to know what that ape do, you know? So how about we trade comics? I trade a digital black book, and you send me a digital copy of Jawbreakers. You and I can pick what we like about those books, maybe a character, chat it up. The other part of that invitation goes to none other than Aubrey Sitterson. Let me get out in front of this, brother. I'm sorry. I don't mind turning up on rich folk, you know that. But I shouldn't have said what I said about you. I'm sorry. That does not reflect who I want to be. I would like to extend an invite to you as well. A 3-man dance off. You feel me? And I would just talk a couple of your GI Joe arcs, and just so we can read the room. I'm over with the culture war, guys. But I would, at the end of 2020, like to become something that nobody expected. Let's transcend these clumsy words and be artists, shall we?
Awesome.
Find me in the second week of Cujomas, and we'll sort it out. Yeah? What do you think, Paul? Is that sheer insanity?
Most things that you do are sheer insanity. So I'm just, it's just safer for me to no comment. I'll just, just let
you feel it, right? I mean, like, look, let me hang some hashtags. The Great Reset, everything, It's a time to renew focuses and priorities, is it not?
Yeah, in a way, definitely. But that's that can be said of any time in one's life. Any time that there's a big transition. To sort of moving. You're always moving. Always stay for. You always keep going forward, and always. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be like. I'm not trying to trivialize what you're saying. It's just
you being a diplomat after I blindsided you, which I appreciate.
Yes, yeah. I'm sort of doing the no pants dance.
No bad vibes. All good vibes. You know what? Last month of 2020, get your house in order. Enjoy good company, right?
Yeah, dude. That's all the game.
And I think we just hit 35 minutes. We've done spent ourselves, Paul.
Oh. So like we've gone past 30 minutes of diabolical Cujo.
You got me.
So yeah, guys. So Cujo, how are they gonna catch you for the next one? Are we gonna do another StreamYard like this and slap it through GI Joburg, or are you gonna have your own channel? How do you want to do this? How's everybody gonna find you?
Well, let's keep it limber, gentlemen. I think I will turn up on my Twitter timeline if you missed that. Don't lose any sleep. We'll be back on G.I. Joeberg, probably week's end? Does that sound right, Paul?
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, you'll
Yeah.
get about 15 minutes notice,
Yeah.
But
As we
no,
do.
look, me and Paul are here because we love you. That's all.
Yeah. And yeah, we do.
And
Sorry.
in Austin, you know what? If you haven't met him, there's the legend in flesh. He's on
The
break.
legend that is Austin. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That is a very cool bearded dragon. Cool guys. Thank you for joining us for Cujomas. And hey Mezdap. Oh, that's sweet, man. That's Justin. Maybe I hope I pronounced that correctly. But he's such a cool guy. He's always like fun and positive.
Gory.
But
I see you.
yeah, he's West Coast like you, hey?
Oh,
So,
nice. Cheers.
But cool, guys. Yeah, that was us, and yeah, Cujo will boost the signal, I'm sure, soon enough, and then everybody can catch on that. All things willing, should have an art stream sometime this week, possibly Thursday, just so we can finish off that awesome Mega Marines artwork. That would be great. And then I want to do something special because it is the end of the year. So yeah, so I hope to see all of you guys there. Plus, I owe you guys an art stream because I had to miss the last one. So sweet, guys. Cool. Yeah. Sure, dude. Cool, guys. Peace.